welcome on in, everybody. It has been like 6 weeks, I think, since I was last live, which is pretty wild. I did like 3 weeks of it's been like like 6 weeks, because I did 3 weeks of holiday and then I did 3 weeks of class, so and it's been like 6 weeks. But hello and welcome on in. I have done a little bit of practice on this, a little bit of practice on Quickie. I've mostly been playing Spider-Man, the PlayStation launch title. It was on sale during the summer Steam sale, so I got it then. And yeah, I 100% the main story mode, and then I beat the Black Cat DLC, and I'm currently working through the Hammerhead DLC, and then I also bought Miles Morales, so I'm definitely rusty on this. I downloaded the newest version of Live Split, hoping that was gonna fix the Neon Beats auto split issues I've been having. It didn't. So I need to still troubleshoot that. That's been kind of like one of the discouraging things about this, because it makes uploading times really difficult, because I have to do like other things. Yeah, rest and pepperoni, man. But yeah, check out this cool shirt I got. Look at it. It's a beluga with a plunger. It's so cute. Yeah, we went to Mystic, Massachusetts, which is has this like really cool little aquarium in it, and they are known for their belugas. I saw the shirt and I was like, I gotta get it. So, and I didn't want to put on the onesie today, so I got the where I was able to get the shirt. The Mepemba effect is a perplexing phenomenon where hot water can freeze faster than cooler water, subject of scientific debate. I actually thought that they were going to talk about how colder water, frozen water, boils faster than like cool water, and it's because like somehow heat has like, I don't know how else to describe it except that it has like, I don't know, momentum, one could say. Which is like wild. I think we are going to play this safe, and we're just going to get through a few runs with trying to avoid deaths. We're not going to do too many shortcut stuffs like right here. Instead of trying to do the shortcut, we're just going to do this, and it is slower, but it's quicker than dying. So, oh, I missed a shortcut there. That was dumb. That's okay. But yeah, so I did my 3 weeks of holiday. I went to Budapest for Pride, and I literally said we weren't gonna die, and yet here we are. And that was pretty wild, because that was like sort of technically illegal. It was technically like a freedom celebration is what they called it, and it had been postponed a bunch, and like 30,000 people went, and it was like this protest. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, like going over the bridge and stuff. It was a neat time. It felt important. You know what I mean? So that was really neat. And then went to Romania, where my mom moved. So got to spend some time there, which was cool. I posted some pics on Blue Sky while I was a couple days later. Did like some photo editing and everything, because just like blur faces and stuff, because it is one of those events. But yeah, it was like cool. And then went to Romania, which was like my first time. I haven't really done much of Eastern Europe at all. It's kind of like traveling through Europe is easy compared to like the US, and that was really good. But that was close. But I'm kind of as far west as you can get, and so getting to like Eastern Europe, while yes, easier than the States, still kind of tricky. Just because it's like it's a whole continent I gotta fly over to get over there. So I haven't done much time over there, so this was like my first time really going that far east, which was kind of cool. Definitely interesting. It's like definitely interesting to see throughout Europe, like some of the same but different. So for like them to be like Romania was under like a crazy communist dictatorship, and to see like some of like the late effects of that and like what occurred, and then like to have like Spain that did Franco, and then I don't remember the guy in Portugal. Oh, this was not good. This is a major time loss, and I really messed it up. Whoops. That's unfortunate. But yeah, there was like this crazy like concrete slide that we saw. That was just like insane. Oh no! Missed that jump, just barely. But we didn't die, so not the worst. And then yeah, and then I finished out in Lisbon with a friend, which was cool. Went to a really nice. We spent like a day, kind of just like being gluttons. Wow, I don't know. That was weird. I don't know how much control I really had over that. Because yeah, you lose momentum so quick in this game. And like we went to like one of the, it's rated like top 25 restaurants in the world. So it was like very bougie, very like Michelin cheesy, but in like a really good way. So like one of the funny things that they did is, yeah, we're like 6 seconds. Oh, that was bad. We were like 6 seconds behind. Now we're like 10. Was during dessert, the like chef, he was like loved ice cream sandwiches as a kid, and he had this thing where it's like, I remember as a kid where I would always like go get the ice cream sandwich and it would like drip all over my face. So I ended up so I'd always just like wipe my face with my sleeve. And so for our meal, they took away our napkin and provided us like a dress like sleeve, and so like it was like, yeah, you get to wipe your face with our sleeve so you don't have to dirty yours. And that was like silly, and it's like small things like that. It was like really funny though. So like the thing with like fine dining and like nice dining is really like customer experience, right? So we went to the next day, we went like, my buddy was like, we should do one of these like sunset cruises. And I was like, all right, because like Portugal is famous for their sunset because it's like the last place the sun sets in Europe. And I was like, all right. And so we ended up booking like a party boat cruise, and we thought it was going to be people our age maybe. Well, one, he booked it and the booking said like 20 people max. Turns out that was bizarre, but I'll gladly take that. Turns out that was per like ticket thing, so it ended up not being like 20 people on the boat. It ended up being like, I don't know, maybe 100 or something. And then I would say that the average age of person on that boat was 20 average. So we were definitely like some of the oldest people there, which was like wild. And it was like a lot of Americans doing like summer break, and it was like pre-college, like 18, never drank legally a day in their life. And it wasn't bad. It was really pretty, but it was definitely an odd vibe. Got some cool pictures. Fun fact, if you didn't know, because I didn't know until I got there, Lisbon has a Golden Gate Bridge. It looks exactly the same. I have pictures of me on a ship going under the Golden Gate Bridge, and then I have pictures of us going under the Golden Gate Bridge of Lisbon. And it's like corporate asked you just like find the difference between these two photos. they're the same photo, because it is, they are very much the same thing. So it was kind of neat. Definitely lots of revisionist history present. Spain has some of it too. But they talk, like, we did like a food tour, and there was a lot of like we want to share our culture with the world kind of thing, you know? And it was like, yeah, is that what we're calling it? Sharing now? Okay. So it was kind of like, just kind of like look at it with a raised eye. Oh, but yeah, it was nice to like have some time off and do that. Got some cool photos for sure. I gotta post some in the Discord. And then I did, and then after that, yeah, I did 3 weeks in the States, in a school. I don't know why I did that. I kind of just panicked, just to be completely honest. I still don't have the shortcut down, so we're going the long way. Let me in. And then, yeah, class was nice. It was very, like, summer camp vibes where, like, I've done a few trips with, like, people before. And, I don't know, there's something about, like, summer camp and trips in big groups that there's just, like, a thing that happens. What is it? Oxytocin is our, like, natural bonding chemical. So you end up, like, in these, like, trips, and it's a lot of, like, I don't know, our bodies just are, like, I don't know if, like, where in survival it is, but our bodies just, like, really want to, like, we're, like, with this group of people, and you spend, like, especially for us, where we're, like, all living in the exact same hotel and coming from all over, you know, I like, kept thinking about, like, when I was in Boy Scouts, like, there was a kid that I was, like, really good friends with that, don't even remember his name, never talked to him again. I accidentally threw his hat into the lake, and yeah, we kind of like fell out the last few days of camp, which was like really unfortunate. We were like playing around, and I like had hit it, and it fell into the, I don't want to be up here, I do this like every time, and it fell into the lake, and it was like his favorite hat, so that was like really unfortunate. Oh, Gooch, I'm sorry. It's definitely interesting to like see how, I don't know, US culture is affecting the whole world. I've seen it in Spain, like I've seen it a lot, where it's just like tolerance is going down worldwide. I feel like a lot of stuff started in the US and the UK fully reflected. Canada was like in a full reflection, then they had their brief moment, like, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so that was like cool to be in class, but then, you know, we like had to say goodbye to these people that you just like, you're really close to over like 3 weeks, then you just like have your last day where it's like, you know, I didn't get to meet my twin or anything, and who was like British, and like swap places. That would have made it cool, but you know, bunch of wishy-washy culture stuff. Yeah, like, it's not me trying to be like, oh, like, America. It really is. Like, it's like, we see, this happens a lot in this one. And I always, like, I gotta, like, remember. It's the same, it's like the Mario slide problem, you know, where it's like, you gain momentum. Or, oh, that's, okay, I guess we're going this way now. Where it's like you have to release right to gain the momentum from the slide, and so you gotta like release your movement. It's counterintuitive. Wow, definitely rusty. This is a warm-up. Wow, that was lucky. But it's like, it's the smallest thing, man. It's like right, we're seeing a worldwide return call to work. We see, honestly, like when I was in Bucharest, we literally saw Make Romania Great Again as like a campaign. That dude fortunately did not get elected, you know. We're seeing anti-trans on a global scale, which is not cool. like just like dumb stuff, man. We're seeing you know, return to work and that's like, I do stand by that. I think that's largely being driven by a like realty perspective, where like people are unwilling to like lose their property. You know, I will say I do also though believe that it is a capitalist function to separate us and make us depressed and push products to us to like fill our happiness. Thankfully my mom was being a bit turfy with since selection. I think, wow, interesting, right? And that's the other thing, like people really, I don't know, no matter what, like trust the government, you know what I mean? Like like people are getting more bold, you know? Echo chambers are now acceptable. People feel victimized for when they're making bad takes and people call them out on it. It's like, it's a wild time. All right, we're definitely trying this shortcut. First try. And to death. Wow. Wow. Huge. Interesting. Yeah, I got in like a few political arguments over the last like 3 weeks. Because it was just like, I had people saying infactual things, like lies and just like propaganda. I'm like, you need to understand that that is not a true statement. Like, that's what I really get involved in stuff, to be honest, these days. Is that like, I'm not really like willing to listen to your opinions, but when you like say factually incorrect things, I can't like let that stand. Going on. Oh yeah, I have seen your mod messages, so that makes some sense. I mean, honestly, it's fair. Like, it is what it is. Like, there's a quote, and it's like a really important quote. But it's one of the big things is that the quote goes that moderates never empower the victims, they always empower the oppressor. And I really think that's true. Wow, that was a weird death. Okay. And so I really don't have like time for people who want to like play devil's advocate or like talk about like being a moderate. I don't really like, I don't have time. And that's the other thing. I will say, like, one of the things I'm trying to do better about is kind of taking care of me, man. Hey. Where I really was up until like a month ago, reading every article and just like drowning, and now I'm done like staying up and seeking. I'm limiting my like presence even more. Wow, I'm really sucking. I'm really sucking. Got 20-minute breaks to saying hey. Hey, I hope your onboarding today is going well. I hope you haven't snapped your new computer in half yet. So far, so good. That's good. But yeah, I really need to start taking better like care. One of the things that Hank Green said that I really vibed with. What was that in? No, it was not Hank Green. John Green, I want to say. Maybe it was Hank Green. One of the Green brothers was on Last Meals on Mythical Kitchen, the sideshow of Good Mythical Morning. And they brought up, like, if we are just constantly... I am sucking. jumping like news article to news article, we're going to be miserable. We need to spend time focusing on the people that are doing good. And so I'm kind of like trying to just like invest in the thing that I need to care about. Is there's like 2 battles I'm willing to like pay attention in right now, and that is the battle for trans rights and the battle for ocean conservation. And so it's kind of like those are like the 2 things, and then the things that directly affect my life. So anything military, political related in that sense directly I have to care about. A lot of other stuff I've kind of like, I just can't absorb all of it. I can't. There's too much bad. Man, we are rusty. I had trouble waking up this morning. It's raining, so it's dark. Yeah, dude, that is hard. There's something to be said about circadian rhythm. Like waking up when the sun goes up, and like our bodies really do like sunlight. I also had that issue because I slept for a little bit, woke up, then just kind of like laid there being like, go back to sleep, go back to sleep, go back to sleep. Like turned on a podcast and just kind of like laid there listening to it for a bit. Because I'm still definitely jet lagged. And then finally fell back asleep. And then woke up like an hour and a half later. And I was like, all right, time to like wake up and get ready. And then, yeah, ended up accidentally snoozing for like 45 minutes and then having to like rush and got in okay. Not too late, but nice first try on that. That's, yeah. Wow. How many ways can I die through that? Wow. Really messing this up. But yeah, so one of the podcasts I've been listening to is Ologies with Ali Ward, and one of the newest episode that they have out, I think it's their newest episode that they have out, that I really enjoyed actually, is called like Why Humans Need Hobbies. And it's a 2-part episode about this thing that the UK has really started doing. And it's with an author of author who wrote a book called Connection is the Cure. And they say that they don't really like the title. It was a publisher's choice. So what social prescribing is, for those that aren't aware, because this was a new term that I hadn't heard, and I'm really for it. I think it would be great. So basically it's talking about like the importance of like preventative medicine and like using this type of medicine alongside other treatments like talk therapy. But it comes down to like 5 facets of it, which are movement, nature, art, connectedness, all right, you know what, 1:02:40 over PB for first time in a while, not horrible. Connectedness, I think I have this written down. It is movement, nature, art, service, and belonging are the 5 facets of this, right? And it kind of talks about that those 5 things like people need to survive. And when people have those 5 things in life, it ends up improving like other, like it being used on top of, I don't know why this game's like on top of itself right now. When used with like other stuff, it can like help prevent or even treat certain physical and mental ailments. And so it's kind of, the idea is basically where one of the like research for it is that they took, wow, we almost got first try. They took like 2 groups of people and they had them both walk for 90 minutes, and one group walked through like this luscious green forest and the other like walked just like in this like paved parking lot, and they both walked 90 minutes in the same general like collection, and there was like this huge like self-report of increased, and then also like when they did like brain scans, there was like increased like serotonin and endorphins from the people that like walked through nature. And so it's like kind of this idea of like going back to like some basic stuff where it's like nature's healing and like being connected, and like people need a sense of belonging and service, and like it's important to like not just be like these creatures, and this goes back to what I was talking about earlier, like just these creatures that, you know, the only thing that we do is work, and the only time that we talk to people is at work, and it's about work, and we just become this thing. And unfortunately, you know, with like the advent of social media and remote work, it's like a lot of people find themselves doing a lot more online, and it's like the positive and the negative of internet, where it's like there's like a lot of reports where it's just like taking a 30-minute walk, just like even by yourself, like through, oh my goodness, that was a weird place to die off, through a park can like help you greatly. And so what social prescribing though is it's not like the normal trash that like I kind of think of when we talk about like doctors that are like really annoying, like, well, are you going outside, are you eating right? And it's like, no man, I like have these other issues or whatever, you know, and then like you don't really get treatment because they're like, well, until you like do this other stuff. And it's like, well, I'm kind of here because I'm having issues having energy with that. What they have instead is it's an actual like prescription. So there's like a few major advantages to this. So one, they have like what they call like link managers or something like that. They're called, Singapore is really big on it. They're called just like well-being coaches, I think is what they call them in Singapore. And so what their job is that like they sit down with you for like an hour and they get to know you. And there's a really good like thing that they're doing about, which is like it's a movement from like how do I care, it's like instead of like how do I care for you, it's what do you care for, is like the idea. So in that like 60 minutes with this like wellness coach, or wow, what a save. Uh-oh. That was not good, but it wasn't horrible. We ended up being a little bit behind / ahead. I don't know what happened, and I jumped early and died for it. We probably lost like 4 seconds. And so they get to know you, and they get to like find the things that you like. And then based off of that, they go out and they already have like pre-vetted a bunch of programs, and they like find these programs for you. So let's say like they'll like talk to you and be like, when were you like, and they go like back and like, when were you like the happiest as a kid? And it's like the book is like full of these like stories of people and this being successful. And it's like one dude, he like loved biking as a kid, and so he hadn't biked at all as an adult, and he found it extremely intimidating. And so like, you know, he wasn't just like going out and doing it. But what social prescribing did was they found him a group of people that they had vetted out already, and they signed him up for this like bicycle gang, because their like nickname is the Chain Gang, and we're like 9 seconds behind right now. Oh, make that like 12. And So they like sign you up, they tell you when it is, they have your schedule for work. So they always look for stuff that fits in your schedule. And then any fees or anything is covered by healthcare. So it's like they really like spend time to like figure out your schedule and the things that you care about. And it's like that guy had like type 2 diabetes, I think. And they basically said like that he was never going to like be off insulin. And by like going out biking like 3 miles every week, you know, he met with this group once a week for like 8 weeks. And they ended up like a bunch of them really enjoyed it, so they kept doing it just as like a thing that was non like without like their coach or whatever. And they were able to like get this genuine connection for it, which was like really cool. And it takes like some of the intimidation out as well, because one, it's been vetted, it's like for this group. There's other people that are in the exact same boat as you doing it. And that's like really cool. It's like you don't have to like go out and be like, oh, I need to do this. And you also have somebody like checks up on you about it and like, all right, is it working, you know, or whatever. And there's no like problem with like cost, which is like really neat. I think that's like cool. And I think it's largely right. We end up kind of just stuck in our little stuff, and that can be rough. And so there is like a place for like work office culture, and I just don't think that like we have figured out how to do it. And for a long time, a lot of people got their only connection in life, and a lot of their like identity and stuff in person. And unfortunately, instead of us like spending time fostering a community and a culture that like allows you to like not just like be a worker, because that's what should happen, right? Like you should be at home and like work however you want. Work should be like, and I think like a lot of European countries do an okay job at it. I think Spain does a really good job at it, because they are very, very community based. It's like the work will always be there, but in like the US, I don't know how it is in Canada, Gooch. It just that's not the mindset that's there. And then the other thing is like you have these people where it's like, if you want to be successful in our company, this has to be your entire life and identity. And so then these people are like looking for culture and community and everything else, and they're not getting that online. So then they're like forcing on everybody else, and they have like this rent bill that they're paying. And then also like the other crazy thing is we have not adapted our like entire we haven't adapted the world to it. So it's like you have like these corporate offices that are empty, and you had all these like restaurants and stuff that relied on like lunch from these corporate offices, and now those businesses like going out because they don't know how to adapt, or they're not in an environment to succeed. You know what I mean? Wow, why am I missing this? What the heck? This is not one of the issues that we usually have. Okay, that was weird. So it's like, right, how do we change that? And people are answering that with, well, we need to get rid of remote work. People are sad because they're isolated, so we need to make them get isolated for work. And we got to save all these other businesses by putting them back in our place. And we need to save money from our... That was the same thing I did last time. It's better than dying. And it's like, what if instead we like built cities that were, and like we had events, and we built things that encourage people to connect and gave them the opportunity to connect. Yeah, but the free market ain't free. The free market's a myth. Right, like innovation should be like, all right, we'll survive, but instead you have these people holding onto these offices, right? And like, if they sold them and allowed, you know, either them to become like a social gathering place or a green space, or honestly it's like cheaper apartments. What the heck? Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Yeah. I think we might start doing a few of the runs where we go get the other things. I really just wanted to get a few runs where like I didn't die, because I think that's really the only thing that needs to happen. So I will say that this board's pretty competitive. Wow. What am I doing? I like got sick on the way to the US and just have not felt good since. I don't want to be up here, but here we are. Keep doing that. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, so anyways, yeah, you go and you take these old corporate spaces and you let the corporations give up on it. They sell their spaces because productivity's up, you know? Like, if you're having issues with, like, productivity, maybe, like, you discuss it, you know? You know? Also, I think, like, we don't do hybrid properly. I think hybrid ends up being, like, a waste of time. Like, if you maximized hybrid days where it was like, okay, we know exactly what we're doing, or you just make it where it's actually, like, we're doing this for culture, where instead of going in on your hybrid day, just sit through, like, 25 meetings that could have just been emails, you instead, like, you go and it's like, we're doing corporate lunch paid for, you know? Then it's like, okay, I did not want to go down here, but here we are. Because we have to wait for the blue, so it's bad, and then we gotta wait for the green. Wow. Wow! I am stinking up. Right? Like, wouldn't that be, like, more enjoyable? Where it's like, alright, you're coming to work once a day to, like, have community lunch or something, you know? Or, like, you do, like, 2 meetings that are actually facilitated properly, and then you guys do, like, an actual lunch or something. It's like, that's how you, like, I think that would help culture, you know? A bit. I don't think we necessarily do remote either properly. Because so many of the metrics that we use at work is just like, how much am I seeing you? Do you look busy? For how much of your day do you look busy? You know what I mean? And then it's like, so you gotta change your metrics for remote. And that's difficult. And like, I think we're still adapting. As a, like, in a management position, like, remote kind of, like, stresses me out because it's like, I want to give everybody, like, really hardcore work lists, you know, to, like, that we're able to track right up. Because it's like, I'm not going to be able to see when you need more, so I got to be able to, like, pre-plan more, you know, to an extent. It becomes, like, difficult to, like, figure out, like, the level of work that's going on. Productivity is crap. That's mostly because my boss sucks. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you gotta, like, look at solutions. I also don't think it should be, like, necessarily a first thing. Like, if productivity has been great for 3 years while you've been like if your productivity was actually better before you went remote, like, maybe, but like, if your productivity takes a drop in a quarter, like, that shouldn't be your first answer. It should be like, what happened this last quarter, you know? And you gotta actually, like, look at cause and effect. I don't think that's happening. That was a little scary. I hope I have a VOD of that, my current PB, because, I feel like it's been a while since we've PB'd. I mean, it's been at least 6 weeks. I do find this game less enjoyable to practice than I did. Because it was just like, I don't know. You have, like, very easy to tell scores. There's like a leaderboard. It was such a game. Like, I picked this up because Kara's been playing it, and I was like, well, that looks really neat. And I really wanted to try and like do a race and submit that for GDQ. But this, like, literally was like a game that got me back into speedrunning without a community, without like anything else, just like by myself. I just was like so wanting to just run it, and I was doing it without Twitch, you know, which was like a new thing, because my entire speedrunning started on Twitch. Like, it started because I was doing Strider and I did them together. It was like never like, I'm just gonna try speedrunning and not record and not be live on Twitch. And so like to have this like game, yeah, Cool Run's on the list. Are you aware of the board busters, by the way, Gooch? Have I brought that up to you yet? Because I think that Cool World, no, okay. I think Cool World's a good candidate. If you send me a message, I'll invite you. Do you know who Zarek is? I think that's his name. Zarek's this, he does a lot of NES speed runs. They're queer, and I met them during Pride one year, long time ago, and so they started a unofficial Twitch team. They recently just got a booth at GDQ, this last GDQ, which was exciting. So they are a group of speedrunners who find like games that have like don't have like a speed run, or only have like one runner in it, have like 0 to like 3 runners depending on it, active runners, and their goal is to like revitalize these games. So every 2 months, and there's like 60 people, and there's like, I was in it, I think maybe there's like 100 something in the Discord. I think like 60 people like talk, and then usually like 20 people actually do the runs. They just did like a Pac-Man game. They also look for games that are like short, because they're not trying to like learn like 3-hour, 8-hour speed runs. So they spend about 2 months, I think it's like exactly 2 months on a game, trying to boost the game. Board boosters. Did I say busters? I meant boosters earlier. Yeah, and so if there's like some things that they look for is like, hey, is there easy material for everybody to learn? And then they like revitalize these boards. So it's pretty cool. They just announced their new game for August and September last week, which was cool. But yeah, I do think Cool World's definitely worth in there. And like, so yeah, you get to like recommend games, and then they have like, I don't know what you would call it, a guild, a board, a council, who like then determines the like which game they're gonna run. So yeah, I joined them. Actually, did I make, I do not think I made a thing for them. Oh, I gotta change that. We hit 100 subs on YouTube, y'all, so I'm working on some details. I am adjusting the schedule, so starting next week, I think I'm gonna start streaming an additional 2 days. So we're gonna be going from currently 3 streams a week to 5. It's kind of the current plan. Why am I having so many issues? There we go, my goodness. But the goal is like Mondays and Wednesdays should be co-stream work days. What? Co-working lo-fi days. Because I'm starting college up again, and I figured I need some way to like, I really enjoy co-working streams actually. So I started setting all that up to start doing that, and Wednesdays are the first day of the academic week for me. So by doing streams on Wednesday, I can like host stream doing homework, and then use Monday to do some like narwhal pod stuff and things like that, and kind of like stay on productivity. And then also, one of the most important things for streaming is like relevancy, and I will say there is something to be said about streaming a lot. Consistency is key. But you can try the command BB for board boosters and see if anything comes up. I might have made a command for it. I don't remember. Oh, well, I did, but I didn't add anything else. I like copied that, and I guess I forgot to put anything else in. Great. Very useful. Very useful. That's good to know. I wonder if I copied that wrong. Like, maybe it's in there, you know? Like, but... it's partially in there. Weird. Alright, let's do, we'll do one more of this. I kind of want to start doing the other category. New hype train emotes. That's hype train. The hype train emotes, in my opinion, have gone out of hand. And a lot of them just don't, like, stand on their own. Which kind of is, like, rough. They're also, like, limited. Whoa! Yeah, exactly. There's, like, a lot of not good ones. But that one's pretty cool. That's super neat. Nah, he's definitely just, like... holding his breath and exploding. You're just a pervert. Pervert. I do see what you're saying. Probably not anything says. No, nothing to see here, folks. Keep moving. I practice this a lot because I'm like, and it, I don't know, it almost feels random sometimes. Like, that's a horrible way to start. There's no reason to start this level this way. I'm just gonna go safety strat. The shortcut's pretty big. There's ways to do it. Nice. I saved like half a second. And I don't think I did it right enough to save that time. Alright. It's still probably 3 seconds slow. Which is equivalent to dying once. I don't need to jump there, and I do it like every time. Oh no! Oh no! I can't believe my timing was off. No! Alright. There's definitely 2 seconds to save somewhere in here. I'm sure of it. Probably not dying. What the hey? That's almost as bad as dying. That's kind of scary. There was no time lost for that death. There's a trick to those that I tried a lot and I don't really get it. Make it nice. Oh, I did not let go of that wall enough. I briefly did it. No time lost there. Which means I'm ahead or behind. Hello? No! What the? That's a huge time loss. I can't believe, like, I lost my jump. Horrible. 3 deaths on what? Level 3? Level 2? So rusty. Could have made that jump, chose not to. That was insane. Okay, got a weird speed boost there. Wow, level 2? Oh my goodness. Let's turn the AC on or take my socks off here in a sec. Ugh, I like tweaked my back really bad. Either working out while in the States, or while sitting on a plane, or all of the above. Alright, let's try again. We're just way too far behind on level 2. Sure. This game does the weirdest thing. Whoops. First try, there we go. That'll make up for some of that silliness earlier. Almost missed that. What? Well, if I didn't miss that one jump, that would have been PB. I missed a really silly jump. Ridiculous. But try and shit. Posture check, you gremlins. Boop, boop. Alrighty. Oh god, that's fine. No, now it's a time loss. I should have just went for the death. Tried to save it. Wasn't worth it. Because if I had done the one death and then submitted to it, I would have not lost any time. Alright, that was good. Ooh, I jumped early. That was not great. I might have been able to make that, but oh god, oh god. Small, silly mistakes. Not some problem with this one. Problem with like tight speed runs. That's what like killed me in Strider was just like trying to get that sub 5 minutes. That's what killed me trying to get that sub 4 minutes. That's what killed me trying to get that sub 5 minutes in Mario was just like the smallest mistakes are just huge. We're under 10 right now. Like I know what to do. I know I'm capable of doing it. There we go. Now, what's this gonna sound? Yeah, right? Right? It's like fun to like learn it, and then like you eventually hit a point where you're like, eh. Thursday, this Thursday, for Throwback Thursday, we're gonna be trying a new speed run in on OG hardware, which I haven't used in a while, so hopefully it's good to go. For Twilight Princess, we're gonna be doing a kind of meme speed run, but it seems fun. Yeah. I also want to propose a like meme speed run to the Skyward Sword community. We're behind. We're behind here. But we're actually like, I think like semi ahead of regular schedule. Maybe PB even. We're right around it. I don't know, we'll see. This will be interesting. Yeah, that's like a big thing. No reset runs is definitely like what you eventually have to like do and feel good about. Yeah, I do think putting a number, I did, it is what I ended up doing on Strider, was I quit at 500 runs. I was like, I'm not doing more than 500 runs of this game. And so my 500 run, I was like, yep, I'm done. And then moved on. It's like wild. What, we're almost, no, we're past 100. We went past 100 runs on this game today. Pretty wild. Wow, we still lost 6 seconds. I really thought we were doing okay there. But we did have 2 deaths. Oh god. Wow, that was a huge time loss. That was an 18-second time loss. This run's dead. This run's dead. That alone. Being 15 seconds behind and then taking an 18-second time loss. The run's dead. The run's dead. The run's dead. Randomizer chaos mod? Oh yeah. I saw you were playing GTA the other day. And I was like, oh, it's probably chaos. I've been playing Grand Pooh Bear World for donation. Oh, nice, yeah. What the hey? What the hey? Over adjustment. That one I really don't know. That like happens. I'm like, I don't know how that's death. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Oh yeah, appreciate the message. Alright, alright. Did I just start on level 2? Yes. I haven't been loving it, but I haven't been hating it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this. I'm like, I enjoy it. I think it's a really pretty game. I will say this game is more visually appealing than it is to, like, appealing to play. Because when the first time I saw this, I'm like, wow, this game is so pretty and so cool, and I want to do it. It's a lot of just holding left. And the game's pretty broke. And like, we don't know why. I kind of do want to submit this one for board boosters as well. Because I know that's like a big thing, is that Kara definitely is like trying to get, wants more people who know what they're talking about involved, so we can like kind of take advantage of some of this weird tech that we don't understand. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. They were hoping that I was going to know what I'm doing. No idea. I don't think I need to do that. I think it auto does that. That's fine. We got the trick first try, and then I did something super dumb, so that felt bad. That was me just doing dumb stuff. See, that death, I really don't understand. And then, yeah, it's like I missed the first one and I just get stuck in like this death loop. And, like, there's like 13 seconds. Like, what happened there? Let's catch up on chat real quick. Chat's riding the speedrun wave with the Goochers juggling Baby Rage and Cool World runs. PyWatch dropping YouTube teasers and speedrun love notes. Meanwhile, new hype train emotes are causing a stir. Are they fishy or just sus? In Mystic Chaos, there's talk of no reset runs and charity gaming with Grand Poo World 2. It's a grand mix of hype, humor, and heart. Thanks, PyWatch. Alright. This is the one. Trademark the one. See, like, that's weird. Usually if I get this in 2, I'll be like, it's good. See, and then like what I want to do is like, let me practice this until I get it. And I really just don't know how I get it. It just like kind of happens, you know? Like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, I see. Well, missed that first trick. Does that mean that I'm gonna hit the second trick? There's gotta be like a term for it, right? When it's just like... We used to talk about it a lot when like practicing in band. I don't know if you ski, Gooch, but I grew up skiing. Skiing was like a common analogy that a lot of people would vibe with in El Colorado. And which means the red. It is an Andalusian term or pronunciation. You have never skied. Okay. How un-Canadian, maybe. I've snowboarded. Snowboarding's hard, man. It took me like 3 tries to go snowboarding to finally like get a grasp on it and not absolutely hate myself. And the trick to snowboarding not sucking is it needs to be on fresh powder, not fake snow powder, fresh powder. And then it's like, see, you got that first try, beautiful, no issues. But skiing, your skis generally go I didn't have to jump there, that was a waste of time. Generally go wherever your shoulders are facing. And your shoulders go wherever your eyes are looking. So... Ta-tas! Good luck, thank you. Welcome back in. Long time no see, friends. Mostly because I've been gone. So the thing with skiing is that like beginners do is that they're like, oh god, gotta watch out for that tree, gotta watch out for that tree. And they just stare at the tree that they're trying to avoid. And then what happens is their eyes are staring at it, their shoulders turn towards it, and inherently their skis turn towards it. And so the analogy in band was all the time that was like, when you see that like hard spot, that's exactly what happens. You cause yourself like this anxiety about it. And you're like, oh god, here's the hard part, here's the hard part, here's the hard part. And then you end up just crashing into it, you know? You end up hitting, we call it hitting the rock, you know? And so it's like, if you want to, you know, so when it comes to like speed running and everything you do, and you need to not hit the rock, so you need to not think about it all the time, dude. Strider, it was Air Australia. Air Australia was like, it is very possible to get a sub 4-minute run without Air Australia, but it is very difficult. So it's, if you want a sub 4, like basically guaranteed, you need to hit Air Australia. And every time, dude, we'd hit, like, I'd hit Australia. It's called Air Australia, because it's an air zip in Australia. And I would like click on the map, like, all right, go into Australia. And immediately, dude, it's like my palms get sweaty, my arms get heavy, there's vomit on my spaghetti, mom's upsetty. Oh god. And right, yeah, target fixation, yeah, 100%. If you want to hit the tree, stare at the tree, tatas. I don't recommend it. It's gonna hurt. But yeah, it's like, right, you gotta, like, we talk about it in the military with like shooting, right? You want every time you pull the trigger to be a surprise. That sucks. Oh, I thought there was one more. What's up? Just doing some practices. Just got back. I did 3 weeks of holiday followed by 3 weeks of class in the States. So I'm definitely jet lagged right now. Been catching up on that and then just talking about whatever. What's up with you? What's new? But yeah, so it's, yeah, I don't know if it's target fixation got PB. Nice, GG's, my friend. So I don't know if it's target fixation. I think it is a little bit in this run for sure. There is a few places I definitely do it in. That was weird, so we like recovered. Ooh, that was scary. That's death. I tried to go fast and end up going slow. Yeah, we're super behind right now. We want to be here at like 112, so we were 13 seconds behind. I was hoping I could make it. Sometimes you just gotta go for it because it's not worth the time. Like, sometimes it's worth it because you can't even get a time loss on it, you know? So I think we're currently 6 to 12 seconds behind PB. And then we combine that with our 3. I think that's going to put us at like 9 seconds behind right now. Let me in! I hate that. Alright, let's not mess up some of the easy stuff. This is a jump I like to mess up on? No, we're good. Alright, like I said 12. We're 15. That's rough. I think there's still time. I think the last like 2 levels. Maybe. Who knows? No reset. Yeah, I got a few hours of sleep last night. I almost canceled stream because I did take a 30-minute nap before this, and it was sort of, yeah. So there is the first 4-ish levels are free. Wow. And then the DLC is like $3, and the DLC's other 5 levels. And the DLC, I think, if I didn't say, it's like $2.99. But yeah, this game originally released as free with the tutorial and 3 main levels. And then the DLC is levels 4 through 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, it's definitely neat. I think it's like worth picking up. Give it a go. There's definitely like lots of like tech that's still being like, that needs to be discovered. Because it's fairly old. I do like the soundtrack, and visually it's good. 2019. I don't know what I don't think it's old. Is that what IDT? Yeah. Well, it's 6 years old with no updates. Kind of old. I think the original dropped in like 2017, and then the DLC was added like 19 maybe. Something like that. Maybe it was the same year. It's definitely not new. I think one of the like interesting things with like that was kind of lucky technology is that we've grown up in an age where it's like the difference between like a car phone to like a cell phone to like a smartphone, it was so evident to be like, oh, that's old. It's like, oh, you have a flip phone, that's old compared to the smartphone. But now it's like somebody gets like an iPhone 4 or an iPhone 5 compared to an iPhone 10. Like without context, just like looking at it, you're like, they're kind of the same. Like inside they're very different, but like visually and like the technology changes are very not coherent to like the general visual eye. And it's like, it's so interesting if like with gaming it's the same way, you know, like, wow. Did that move? Did that skip a movement? I feel like it did. I feel like that's on the game, not on me. It's not a death, but it's about as bad as a death. But you compare like PS1 to PS2 graphics, you know? Then you compare like even like, because PS3 was Blu-ray first, right? So it's like even PS3 games were at like a Blu-ray HD limit. So it's like there were still games that were released at like that same standard today. Well, that was a little bit faster, not great. Definitely room. Best possible time, we do have a good chance to get a 20-second PB. So there is time to be saved. What's my goal with this game? Well, so the hard part right now is I gotta get the auto splitter fixed. Because I don't actually know what like my real time is. Because I haven't done the math yet. Because they use in-game time, because you go through these at different speeds, which I don't know if I love, because there is a strategy to making those go faster. So your auto splitter is supposed to pause when you're in those, and mine does not for whatever reason. And I reached out to Kara, who's actively running this game as well, and I got their version, and it's the same one I'm using, and I just updated live split and it didn't work. So there's something with my game that's causing an issue, because it's semi-splits, right? Like we see at the new levels it's splitting. Is it unhold jump? I don't. Dude, this throws me off every time. I'm like, I don't get it. Maybe it's jump. It is jump. That's the one I gotta let go of. Unintuitive. So my goal was generally to be near the top, because what I do want to do, my real goal is I want to be near, oh hey, it's Kara's scores, because I would like to propose a GDQ race with them, because I think that'd be enjoyable, especially because we met via GDQ. So it'd be like cool to like be able to like, I think we have decent chemistry. They were on my they were my host during my run at GDQ, so and we like played off each other pretty well, so I think it'd be fun. So Kara's second place, I think, in this category, or third place in this category, and then they're second place in the other category. So it'd be nice to be like top 5 in this category and then like get top 3 in the other one, because then I'd be competitive with them, which then would make the race more interesting. So that's really like where my perspective is there. Because if we look at like 1830, you're gonna be like, you're nowhere near. But there's tons of time that shouldn't be counted. Like the time between levels shouldn't be counted. This time shouldn't be counted. So there is a way, but it's me going back to the VODs and finding the, and then like seeing what the in-game time said at the end of it. And then using a like Excel sheet or a calculator to then calculate that time and then submitting to it. That's why I need to get this auto splitter fixed. And I really thought updating live split was going to be the answer, and it's not. And I have like tried to understand, oh god, auto splitters, and they are a weird language that doesn't necessarily make sense to me, especially for modern games. They made sense for me for NES and like SNES games because I understand like bit ROM codes and how to read memory because I've done routing before on retro games, so those like make sense to me. On this I don't really get it. So but yeah, I think that's like kind of my general goal. But also it's like my kind of real goal was just to get like a deathless run and call it a day in both categories, because I think that's probably gonna be my PB anyways. Wow, wow, I say deathless then immediately just take 3 deaths back to back. I like this song. Posture check, gremlins. Oh, lots of deaths. Well, we technically can't PB anymore. Unless we get a golden split. Which, doing dumb stuff like that's not gonna do it. Alright. Unfortunate. Because, see, this is, like, weird. Because, see, the auto splitter works where it knows what's going on when I do that. But then it doesn't, like, do pauses and stuff. So, like, it kind of works. It's weird. I don't get it. I was, like, trying to understand the person who coded and, like, what they read. And I'm just, like, I don't know. I might have to use some machine learning. Alright, second try. We'll take it. This is really good. Nice. Let me through. Yeah, because I want to like get a decent time on this one and then move over to the like 100% category where we get all the stuff. And then work with Kara to talk about how we want to record a race thing. And then put it on the shelf. Move on. Alright, easy peasy. There might be a trick to like do weird stuff, because the hitboxes are sometimes generous, sometimes not. Like I said, this game has like weird tech that nobody really gets right now. Sometimes we don't even bounce off that wall right. We do like a weird upwards jump. That was okay. That wasn't too bad. All right. It was not great. That was really bad. See, like that weird spinny thing. Ooh, I want to hit like the 5th one on that, not like the 3rd. Okay. Still best possible time. Above PB. Oh no, come on. Oh, I thought I was gonna make that. No! All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Here we go. Here we go again. Sang dang song again. Working for a peanut butter. Alright. No, not this again. Not this again. At least it's easy to reset. I watched a lot of movies on my, like, 8-hour flights back to the States. So I watched Flow, which was, like, super indie film. It's an hour and a half about, like, you just follow this cat that, like, survives a great flood and, like, makes friends along the way. Like, a swan thing? Oh, that was really close. It was interesting, because there's no... It's not, like, talking animals. It's, like, there's no, no dialogue. Flow? F-L-O-W. It's new. And, it was interesting. I did hit, like, an hour in, and I was like, I don't know what's really going on. It was very visually pretty. I definitely had, like, a few sad moments. A few, like, upsetting moments, for sure. And, like... I don't know, by the end I was like ready to cry, and I may have cried actually. I was also really tired, but you know, it's okay to cry sometimes. But yeah, it was pretty good. And then I watched Novocaine, which is the dude from the Homelander show, The Boys, like the main nerdy dude who's like dating Starlight. And it's basically, this does not count as a curse word, because it's in the name of a movie that I'm talking about, so I'm not paying $1. But it's basically like Kick-Ass, where it's like, dude gets hurt, or is, I think he gets like really hurt, and then, like literally the same as Kick-Ass, and then like, in Kick-Ass, like he's basically like unable to feel anything. And it's like, it's the same. Oh yeah, I didn't see it yet, but I think it got an Oscar. Yeah, I think so. I think it got an Oscar. Only one guy, if I remember correctly, made it, and the cat got a statue in his home. Oh, I do remember seeing that. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, it was neat. I don't know if I'd recommend it though. You gotta be like, being stuck on a plane watching it's definitely worth it. It is hard. You got like, especially for like ADD me, to have like, to sit down and watch an hour-and-a-half movie with absolutely no dialogue. It's a move. But yeah, it was pretty neat. And then watched Novocaine. Overall, it was different than Kick-Ass, which was cool. But really nothing special. Kind of had like some interesting aspects to it that I enjoyed. But it definitely rides a lot of like shock factor. I did not do the trick there, which is like a second lost, and I have that death. We're probably gonna be like 1.4 seconds over best segment. Plus I just jumped there. I need to hang out the close. Sounds good. Oh wow, we're ahead to PB. And then I watched a third movie. What was the third movie I watched? Did I just restart again? Gosh darn it. I was holding right during the menuing. I watched, must have been a really good movie. Come on. It's coming to me. Is it? What movie did I watch? Oh, that's why. I watched Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Yes, that's correct. That is the name. My brain was like, for some reason my brain was like, you said Shadow. Sleepiness and jet lag does weird things to the brain. And that was enjoyable. It very much felt like the Shadow the Hedgehog game in a lot of ways. There were some confusing parts in it, I will say. That was like a little weird. Overall, it was like fine. Not like mind-blowing. Very much just like another Sonic film. And then on the way back, I read it somewhat too. But that was like 6 hours of the trip was watching movies. And on the way back, I watched Snow White. Not the original, the live action. And not nearly as bad as everybody said it was. That thing's getting like demolished on reviews and like in social media of like worst movie. They destroyed this thing. First off, Snow White, the original, came out in 1937. No living human should have any stake in this movie anymore. And I'm gonna be honest, like it was mind-blowing in 1937. In like 2025, it's fine. Like it is a fine movie. It's kind of like crazy and wishy-washy, and like the story's really quick, kind of crazy. The prince just kisses a random girl. It's a little insane. And so the new one like tries to make sense of that, and I think like when I compare it, it gave me very much like Beauty and the Beast vibes, and I like the Beauty and the Beast way more, the live action, than I do the original. And like not because of the music or the singers or anything like that, but because I like the story more. It's like we get to talk about like Belle's like and how her mom died, and like her and the Beast, it's not just Stockholm syndrome. They actually like have like some emotional relation limit where like in the animated one, Beast is like, I just have a library, I guess you can have it, I don't use it. And then in the live action, he's like, well, I was like all by myself, so I just filled a library and I've read every book on here. And Belle's like, I've only read the Latin. So she's like stoked, you know? And then she has like, then they have this thing that they can bond over of like these books. And that like feels natural and good. Like there's still definitely some Stockholm syndrome, like I'm not gonna like lie. But it's definitely like, I enjoy that more. Beast gets his song. Belle's mom like dies of the plague. It's more historically accurate to Paris during the time. Meanwhile, the animated one talks about the Eiffel Tower, which doesn't even get built for like 300 years until after that's even set. So it's like, I like that more. So we're talking about, gosh darn it, we're fine. We're fine. So with like Snow White trying to like, instead of just like a random prince, they have like, the prince is like a thief king who's like fighting for good, you know? And like they have like jokes, and he like saves her once, and so, and they have like a few moments. So I'm like you know, they still try to keep it small. It's still like slightly forced, but I think it's way less forced than it is in the original, which I think's nice. A lot of people are like, they're trying to make it woke. If being woke means not like kissing random women while they're asleep, then I don't think that's a bad thing, y'all. Just gonna say. I will say some of the costuming was kind of rough. Gal Gadot's fine. Preach, right? Like, people were like, they're trying to change the original and then also like make it like modern, and I'm like, I guess, man, but like, I don't know. A lot of it just like made more sense. We like care more about Belle, in my opinion. So I was like, I don't think it deserves to hate its game by any means. I think it's an absolutely fine movie. If you have, first off, I don't think half the people that are complaining about it even like remember the original fully. Like, and if you're so, and this goes back, I have this discussion all the time. Live actions are like, I don't, like, why do we want, if you want a scene for scene perfect, then it's like not for you. It's to bring in a new audience, right? It's to bring in a new age, right? But like, this is a movie that's 90 years old, right? Most people complain about films these days, right? Us echo chambers. They've never seen it. They just know that their buddy thinks it's bad, and they've seen the trailer, so they're going to say the same thing, you know? They watched a YouTuber complain about it, and now they're echoing it. Exactly. What? That's not cool. I didn't even know that you could hit that like that. Wow, that sucks. We were actually really ahead. That's unfortunate. That, like, death really stinks. That one's fine. Yeah, I'm like, the other weird thing about it, by the way, if you guys go on like IMDb or any review site like Google Reviews, it was bombarded with 5-star reviews written by IA, but the 5-star reviews all have 1 star. So I don't know like why that's a thing. New Trek more after watching RLM. If I just stopped watching and barely complain now. Yeah, it's like, it's easy to get caught up in it, you know? And I do think like people make valid points sometimes. And I do think that sometimes we get caught up. We're like, oh, they're making a valid point or whatever. But it's like, do you care about that valid point? I think we forget that part, you know? We can all agree that the new Death Note movie was just objectively bad, though. That was a dumb death. Oh, I don't know with RLM about it. I don't know even who that is, but I agree the writing has become insanely lazy and the horror of Star Trek is kind of gone from it. I could see that being a thing. I haven't seen any of it. I enjoyed the movies. Red Letter. Oh, I do know them, actually. I've seen some of their stuff. That's bad. Even when I do it as intended, I mess it up. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Also, like, I think that's a hard part that we've gone through in life. That's kind of, like, annoying. Is that, like, we have to justify everything. Like, sometimes you can just watch a movie and be like, you know what? That left me entertained for an hour and a half. And it was fine. And they're like, well, why'd you enjoy it? Why'd you stay entertained? It's like, I don't know, man. The pretty colors, I don't know. Pretty colors, like, it's okay. It's okay not to analyze. I think it's okay not to analyze why we like things, personally. I think sometimes it takes the beauty out of it. It's like, because I think if we stare at something for too long, we'll realize that we don't like it. I will say, like, I do, like, spend time on things I don't like, trying to figure that out. More so than when I like things. So that's like, why do I not like this? What is it that's upsetting? That way I can avoid it in the future. I will also say there was, like, some, people, like, really upset that they, like, cast, like, Rachel Zelger, who's Latina. She's Colombian and something else, Scottish, Polish. And I'm gonna be honest, they kind of like whitewashed the heck out of her through that movie, and they like put her in like the original material stuff, and then like people are all like, fair means pale, and now we gotta I'm like, y'all need to calm down. Like it doesn't even make sense, and like you guys just don't use fair proper. I'm like, okay. I think we're talking about Gal Gadot, who's Israeli, and Rachel Zelger, who's Colombian, talking about who's the fairest of them all. Like, I think it's just like, and then they like really do bring it to like mean generosity, sort of. They use both definitions of it, which people are complaining about. I'm like, yeah, that was like a little weird, but I also feel like that was the same problem that we had in the original. Also, like the original and the new one, can we talk about like how it's like a 40-year-old woman who's like mad about like her 14-year-old daughter being prettier than her? Like, that's not weird or problematic. So talking about like how, you know, the people like her more when she's the queen and she's the princess. It kind of feels better. What else did I watch? Oh, I watched Wicked. I had a good time with that. I really like the choreography. I will say that it is, oh god, very different from the musical. It's very unfortunate because we were ahead. Because it's, so the musical and the movie are based off the same book. But the musical, for like production purposes and all kinds of stuff, cut a lot of things out because it would have been difficult to do in like a live media thing. And so that makes sense. But the movie's like, no, we got CGI. We'll go all in on everything. So I will say I spent like a long time watching that movie, very confused as somebody who's seen the musical and thought it was gonna be like that, and it was not. So that was definitely kind of jarring, but like we got over it. We moved on. And was that? Sorry. It is long. It is like 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I will say I hit like, there was definitely like a 30-minute lull somewhere in, which honestly, like a 30-minute lull in like a 2.5-hour movie is not horrible. CGI ruined a lot of genres. Yeah, that's fair. Star Wars, looking at you. Yeah, it made sci-fi go crazy for a little bit. It also made fantasy go weird for a little bit because they're like, we're gonna CGI dragons into everything. And CGI was not ready for that. What are we doing? What was that? I don't know if that was good or bad, what I just did there. It feels like neither. It feels net neutral. There you go. 4 is pretty good, I think. Alright, not horrible. You ever seen, what's that movie I'm thinking of? Starts with a V. Sci-fi movie. It's not Valorant. Valkyrie, It's an interesting movie. No, not this again. Oh my god. Have you played Undertale? Yes, I have. It's been probably 10 years. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. I really enjoyed it up until I beat it. Now I hate it. Here's the thing about Undertale, man. Okay, so here's the thing, Gooch. This is the thing I hate about Undertale. Did you do a full pacifist run and then did you do the not just not kill everything, but did you do all the extra crap that's required to get the pacifist ending? Yeah. So here's my opinion on Undertale. The pacifist ending makes the game 100% worth it. However, I had known going into it that there was a pacifist, neutral, and bad ending, and the bad ending is very, very hard to get. So I played it back right, the game came out in like 2015. I played it in like 2016. And people were like, it's the best game, it's incredible. And I played it, and I knew that there was 3 different endings, that there was a pacifist, neutral, and evil ending, if we will, whatever we want to call it. And so I went through the whole game, not killing anything. Then I got to the ending, and I got the neutral ending because I didn't do all the extra stuff that you have to do with the pacifist ending. And I had a very similar feeling to you. I was like, I don't understand why this game's worth it. I don't know why anybody likes this game. This was not mind-blowing. This was not enjoyable. I liked the game up until that point, but I'm like, I don't get it. And I talked to my buddy, and my buddy was like, did you do the extra stuff? I'm like, extra stuff? So then I had to Google, which I also think is a sign of bad gameplay when I have to then now find out that there's extra like requirements. Not only is it not killing everything, but you also have to like go like build your relationship with like 3 people that like you've never been to these places before. You were, and there was no sign that they're ever gonna be worth anything. And so then you have to go do that. And then those, I will say, the bonus content, let's call it bonus content, because you can only get it if you got it because of that. And then those are really enjoyable. They are really sweet. They're really kind. They make the characters really fleshed out. And then the good ending is like really good. It's really good. But my problem with Undertale is that most players on their first playthrough are probably going to get a neutral game, regardless if they don't kill anything, or if they kill one thing. What sucks with that is if you get the neutral ending but you've killed one thing, you have to rebeat the whole game to get the good ending. At least if you get the neutral ending and you've gone pacifist and haven't killed anything, at least all you have to do is like go back and do the extra stuff. But the second that you've killed one thing, you're stuck on a track of neutrality. And nobody, and the dev, Toby Fox, knows, because the whole bad ending is tongue-in-cheek about how no person in their right mind does the bad ending except for achievement hunting, and they've already done the other endings. So Toby Fox knows that the only people getting the bad ending are the people obsessed with the game, and we know that the neutral ending, and the neutral ending's not worth it. It makes the whole game just kind of meh. But the good ending is worth it. It changed my opinion of the game, and I do think it's good, but I do stand by that the game is basically 1/3 good. Because that's the other thing. The bad ending is tedious as heck. And it's knowingly tedious. You got neutral. You got neutral. 100%. Unless you went into every single thing, you did not. You did not. I guarantee it, Gooch. To get the bad ending, this is how tedious you have to be. You have to go into every single space in the game. Every single space. From the first enemy, you have to kill everything. That means not just every enemy you encounter, you have to spawn every enemy that can appear, and their rooms will turn red once you've killed every enemy in that room. And you have to do that in every single room throughout the game to get the bad ending. So the fact that I guarantee you did not do that. There's no way you did that, right? Because it's tedious as heck, and nobody's going to naturally do that. And like I said, Toby Fox knows that nobody's going to do that, so the only people that do it are achievement hunters. So the whole thing's tongue-in-cheek, where it calls you out, where it's like, I know you didn't do this because like you're so evil that you like disregarded all of our lives in this game to do it. And then yeah, pacifist is all about dodging. Yeah, and you can run, I think, which makes it a little bit better. or you can like use like ropes and stuff for it. It does make the game a lot harder, I will say. But yeah, so you got the neutral ending, and the neutral ending is not worthwhile. I think it'd have been better if you only got attacked at... I don't know. It's been a long time. I thought the game mechanic was fine. With like the dialogue, I do think it does... The game's just... I do think that the game's kind of just tedious in general. All said and done. I do think like... I don't think any game has done choice selection and story selection, character development in a... Oh, that was really bad. In a way like that, to that level, in a lot of ways. I do think it's like, I do think it stands by itself in a lot of ways. And like, I do want all the chapters to come out for, what's this other game? RuneScape? Deltarune? Because I am curious. Yeah, no, that's why, yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I really, Gooch, I feel you, man. I walked away from that game, I'm like, I don't get it. I really don't. And I will say, like, unfortunately, because like for me it was easy. Like I just like logged back into the game and put another hour in, and then I got to redo the ending, and I got the pacifist, and so like it was worth doing that. The fact that you are in a unrecoverable neutral state, and I think that the bad ending is only worth it if you've already done the pacifist ending, because it's written that that's how you're supposed to do it. Because that's how most people do it. Like, and it's just so tedious. I'm like, I don't know if it's worth going back through doing that. So that's like, it's a hard wreck. It's a hard wreck because it's basically you would have to start your game completely from the beginning to make it worthwhile, and that's a lot. No! Well, it was worth jumping. Or honestly, watch the neutral ending on YouTube. You know what? Just do that. That's my thing. With anybody, like, if you're like thinking of like playing, like, you're like, I need to play every Kingdom Hearts game before I play like through something. One, good luck. Two, honestly, just watch all the cinematics. Watch the 4-hour cinematic movie on YouTube. This is gonna be like 12 seconds over again, isn't it? We can still get a good time. I should go grocery shopping after this. Figure out what I want to eat. No! These 18-second time losses are killer, dude. I don't know why I'm having so many issues there. Oh, man. Alright. I'm super duper hungry, though. And we got 2 hours in. It's pretty good. Sure. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix the auto splitter, man. That's gonna like help me out a ton. But thank you guys so much for being here. It's been nice to catch up. I will be live again on Thursday. I definitely am like jet laggy and definitely need to like, it's getting hot in here, so I think it's like a good time to call it. I will send you the board boosters thing after this, Gooch. Tatas, I hope you had a good time hanging your clothes. But let's find a beautiful human being to raid over to. We're gonna put on some different music. What are we feeling?